making a quick video to talk you through the session planning tool and the resource library. So we'll start off at murraysoccer.com to support you in your session planning, as we discussed last night. We put together a session library. What you do is head to murraysoccer.com, find the resources tab at the top, click on coaching on the drop down, and then it will pull up this page. So from this page you can get to the session planning form. I'll send that link out every week, but if for some reason you can't find the link, it is always on this website. And then we have categorized session plans and individual activities. So arrival activities, transition activities, attack to defense, defense to attack, attacking activities and defending activities. And there's also the player development programs, which is your game maps, your road maps, mission statement, the whole program in its entirety for each developmental age. Any coach education presentations we've done over the last 2.5 years, if you want to revisit them, they're in there. And we'll have a blog and podcasts as well, weekly. So I'll just jump into attacking. So you're going to click on that link and it'll take you into a folder that breaks down individual practices, directional and game-like practices, multi-directional skill practice, physical practice, and unopposed technical activities. Those folders have singular activities that you can use and then put together and get ideas from. We also have a folder called Complete Sessions, and though the Complete Sessions folder has complete sessions for different topics, so playing out the back, playing into midfield, so there'd be both building possession sessions. Combining with a forward would be a creating and scoring goals session, and that will be added to, and all the club sessions that have been provided over the last 2.5 years will be in these folders relevant to attacking, defending, or transition. So that's the folder. That's how that works. So now we'll go on to the session planning form. So I'll click the link, and it'll take me to the session planning tool. And as we discussed last night, the idea of the session planning tool and having you guys design and plan your own sessions is that it will allow you to, 1, reflect and develop as a coach, and 2, better meet the needs of your players within the Murray Soccer Club playing philosophy, style of play, game model, etc., which is our long-term vision and goal, what we're trying to achieve. So it starts with your email address, and it's important you put your email address in, because once you've sent your form, you will get a copy of your responses in your email box. So once you've planned your session, answered all those questions, you have access to those questions as well. The first set of, then there's a drop-down box to pick your team. So 2007 Boys Black. The first 3 questions are reflective questions to help you look at your team's performance over the last week in practice and games and decide what they did well and what they didn't do well. So Miles Evans creating scored chances pretty well, and the transition from attack to defense was good, which resulted in creating scoring chances. They struggled with building possession. Okay. They struggled to progress possession in their own half, specifically against high pressure teams. So based upon what I've answered above, I can pick from one of 12 session topics. So I could pick based on building possession being a challenge that we've had. My session topic might be, or objective, would be improve a team's ability to build out the back in our own half, obviously. If you want to go into more detail, which I do, I can click other, and I can put a more specific objective. So improve build or play in own half in a 1-3-5-2 versus high pressure. Okay. So then once I've done that, I know my objective, I've reflected on what my team needs, I'll click next, and that'll take me into the session planning tool. So the first question is the most important set question. What's your objective? So that's a repeat answer. Improve, build up, play in own half in a 1-3-5-2 against high pressure. What does the objective look like in the game is the next question you need to know. So where on the field? So own half, goal kicks, centre backs in possession, progressing possession into the attacking half. Okay, how will the opposition behave in this session? That's really important because the opposition poses the problem, creates the problem for players to solve. So as I've already mentioned, they're going to high press from goal kicks and open play. So I have to set my opposition team up, my defending team up to high press from goal kicks and open play. So now getting in, so that's the content of the session. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Now next question is a bit more about what the session's going to look like. What are you going to teach? So I'm going to use the 3-part methodology, physical, individual, game-like. So when I go plan my session, I need a physical activity, I need an individual activity, and I need game-like activities. What are the team actions you'll teach? We'll build in possession, spread out, create passing options, play forward, and switch the play in that order of priority. So I'm going to put in priority order. So they're going to be my team actions that I'll teach. Individual player actions, I'm going to work on players' ability to receive across the body. I'm going to work on their ability, their awareness and decision making on and off the ball, brackets, movement. So these are going to be my coaching points in the session. When I address the team, I'm going to be talking about spread out, creating passing options, playing forward and switching the play, and when and where to do those things. And when I'm addressing individual players, I'll be looking at their first touch. Are you able to receive across the body? Were you aware of what was going on around you? And do you make effective decisions on the ball, pass, dribble or shoot, or effective decisions off the ball, movement to create passing options? So keywords associated with those actions, I'm going to go with spread out as a keyword or phrase. I'm going to go with get open, and I'm going to go with scan. So they're going to be the 3 words that I'm going to repeat most through that session. And then guided questions, we're looking at building possession. So my guided question might be, when the goalkeeper has the ball, what should you do? It's a good open-ended question. You can have lots of answers and allow players to explore. I'll come up with another one, so I'll go with, when your teammate has the ball, what can you do to create passing options? And they might talk about double movements, checking in, checking out, finding space, etc., etc. So that's the stuff that I need to know to play for my session to be effective. What is the objective? Where is it on the field and how does it look? What's the methodology I'm going to use? What are the things I'm going to teach? Team actions and individual or player actions. What are the key words that I want to use, and what are some guided questions that I might use? Once you've got to the bottom of that, there's an option to upload your session plan. So you'll click add file, and you can upload a session plan that you have created yourself. You can type it up, you could write it on a piece of paper, take a photo, it doesn't matter. Or like I have here, you can go find a session from the session library. So earlier on I clicked on attacking, found a building out the back session. So select from files, playing out the back, choose, upload. And then you would click submit. If you are in a rush and you have a little bit less time than normal, you can skip these questions, no problem. They're there to help. They're not essential. They are there to help you plan effective sessions. And you can skip straight to uploading your session plan, which, as I said, can be one of the pre-prepared sessions that the club provides from the resource library, or it can be a session that you've created yourself and it can be handwritten on the back of a fag packet. It doesn't matter. So then you click submit, and you will receive an email with all your responses to the questionnaire. So you'll have your notes going into your session, what your key coaching points are, what your guided questions are, what you're working on, etc. And then I will also get a notification that will say Coach X has filled out the session planning form, so I can see that there's been you've prepared for the week, and then check it. And if I have any feedback, then I can support you in that way. That is it. So that took me, and I was going into some reasonable detail, that took me less than 10 minutes. I think you can go anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. So if you really want to put detail in, it could be more like 20 to 30 minutes per session or per week. As long as you are thinking about your players' needs related to what we're trying to achieve at Murray, which is a defined style of play and a type of player, then you do that in the time that is most efficient and fits in your life the best.